Greetings, everybody. This is Harmony speaking. A lot of people ask the question, "Who am I?" Well, we've gone through what I did as the biological human being and stuff. But if you really want to understand my soul, my higher self, who I really am, I think that was best revealed in my quantum healing hypnosis therapy session. It was a total of 2.5 hours. So I'm gonna show you just a little snippet out of it. Um, and it starts with when you have QHHT, you start with a past life, and then you pass on. So then after you pass on, then you return to your true self, your higher self, who you really are, and you get in contact with your higher self. And basically the conscious mind and whatnot are kind of pushed back to the side, so you have complete clarity and you can speak directly with your higher self. It's amazing, and your higher self does all the talking because you're in the theta brainwave, the deepest state of hypnosis. So, and in this state, research has shown that you cannot lie and you cannot make anything up. This is not the fantasy part of the brain. You're in a very deep level, the theta. So, I'm going to start this recording after I had died in a past life, and I'm returning to my duty station. And we have a therapist. Her name's Anna Herman, who's the QHHT dedicated practitioner, who's facilitating this session, and I am doing the talking. But at this point in time, it's no longer my biological unit speaking. It's my higher self. So you're about to hear my higher self describe what happens after it dies. So we're going to start with it. Um, it died, and then it's moving on to the duty station. And I return to my duty station, and I describes what happened. I describe what happens after I, um, end a life, and I describe what the spirit side is for me. So you're listening to the spirit side after I die. This is what happens to me. I'm a rather unique individual. It's a rather unique circumstance, and it's a rather amazing story. So get your popcorn out, get your soda, your fine wine, cigar, whatever it is, just because you really have to listen to this as storytelling time. So you're about to hear a story that takes place millions and millions and millions of years ago, but not in a galaxy far, far away, except my duty station is. It's trillions of light years away. But the story takes place here on Earth, and you will hear what went wrong and what's being done to fix it, and etc. etc. Peace, and hope you enjoy the story.
Candle. Oh, okay. All right. Well, let's go ahead to the last day of that life then. And tell me what happens on the last day of your life as that old man that you saw yourself.
I think that's why I'm in a place of nothing, because I don't know what happened.
You already died?
I think I already died, but didn't know I died or something.
That's what I sensed too.
So that's why everything's nothing and it's confusing. Don't know what happened.
That's all right.
Also, I'm just sitting there all by myself.
Right. How does it feel now that you're died and on the other side?
Well, it's not more of an in-between on the other side.
Oh, so you haven't crossed to the other side yet?
No, it's just...
Okay.
It's like didn't know I'm died, hanging out, just looking at nothingness.
All right. So how does it feel being right there, in between?
I'm just like nothing.
Are you able to feel your body at all?
I'm looking at my body, not like in it.
Ah, okay. Okay. Are you able to have thoughts and perception?
Time to go.
Okay. Time to go where?
It's like my higher self is trying to grab the body to go.
Okay, go with it. Go, let's see where your higher self is taking you. If you'd like to, of course, if you want to follow. That's wonderful. Go with it, and when you get there, tell me what you see. Tell me where you are, where it's taking you.
Everything exists all at the same time and place, so it doesn't take you anywhere. It's like you're there.
Uh-huh. How describe it to me. How
I
is
think
it?
it's my old duty station.
Is it your what?
Seems like my old duty station.
Old duty station. Okay, good, good.
Like, I'm trying to get myself to go back to work.
All right.
It's like, you're done with this life, come back.
And what are you doing there at your old duty station? What does it look like?
Just like a ball, but there's an opening for me to go into it, which it usually doesn't have an opening.
Do you feel like you're supposed to go into that opening?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, go in through that opening then. And once you go through that opening, tell me what you see.
Now I'm there.
Okay.
So it instantly takes you back to the duty station. I don't have any memories of this heaven thing.
And what are you doing there at the duty station? What see yourself?
Locking in, re-engaging, getting the systems back up and running, getting everything back online. Everything's off online. Everything's offline because it's in sleep mode. And so turning everything back on, getting rid of the image of a body because the body's too limited. So I'm turning more into pure soul and energy because I didn't know it's that complicated. I know it can't. It's very complicated.
It's good. So it was offline while you were gone.
Or sleep mode, yeah.
And so you're turning everything back online, getting rid of the body and everything.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Right, and you said turning into energy mode.
Yeah, I'm breathing. Yeah, everything's turning back into energy.
Right. How do you look when you're in that energy mode? Take a look at yourself.
Well, I had to get rid of the body. So
Right.
I'm just energy now. I don't look like anything.
Ah, so it doesn't look like anything?
No, it's just pure energy. The only thing that looks like anything is...
Like a wave?
I guess you call it like a ship. It's a bad word for it, but it's a ball and it has a whole bunch of grids. And the grids are different patterns and everything moves and there's all these points and I have to engage myself in every single point while everything's moving, and you have to get in sync with it, and then the energy explodes out into the universe.
Very interesting. Why do you have to do all those steps?
It's just how it works.
And what kind of energy explodes into the universe?
Peace.
Oh, I see.
Love.
So that's a way for you to keep peace and love in the universe. That's how you do it?
One of many.
Are you aware of others?
I used to be. My sector is very isolated, but I can project throughout the whole universe.
Where is your sector? If you would have looked at in comparison to Earth, where would it be?
There's no comparison, it's so far away.
So it's not in an Earth galaxy.
It's... Oh no, it's
It's in a completely different...
trillions of light years away.
Really? That's fascinating. And the energy can reach that far?
Easily, as long as that's the problem. There's only one wormhole left.
I'm sorry?
I only have one access to the sector. There's only one wormhole that's operational. Or maybe it's the one that was used.
Okay.
This place has been quarantined, I think.
By whom?
Us.
And who are you?
Detectors, harmonizers, balance the flow of energy in the universe.
That's wonderful.
The wormhole.
And why did you quarantine that place, that wormhole?
The last wormhole's getting wobbly. It's not... It doesn't look the way it's supposed to, but I don't know.
Oh, there's something wrong with it?
There's something pushing it.
See what's pushing it. See what's happening to it. if it's important?
Space may be moving.
Is space supposed to be moving? Is it supposed to be happening? Is it supposed to move?
Not like that.
Ah, so something's causing the space to move, and then it's influencing the wormhole?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, what's causing the space to move then?
Is it interdimensional? I don't know. It's a void. Can't
Why
pinpoint.
is it happening? Why is that void happening? Do you feel like it's supposed to happen, or it's not supposed to be happening?
At the moment, I don't fully comprehend. It just seems like something that is happening, but it shouldn't happen. Can't find a direct source for it. Can't find a reason for it. But I should be able to, because I can read through everything. I can sense everything, and it's void. It has no consciousness, so that doesn't make... Nothing's computing. Nothing's making any sense. None of the scans are working. We're rearranging the codes, changing the patterns, shooting energy at it. Energy is almost going around it. It's...
Are you trying to restore the wormhole?
At this point, no. It's just the wormhole that I use to go back and forth between this part of the galaxy and my D station. It's getting warped. What is that? I've never seen it before. It's another wormhole. Wait a minute.
So there's two wormholes? You see
I think it might be a wormhole opening up into this area, and then that wormhole is leading off, I want to say, to another universe completely. That's why at first I thought, my first instinct was it's interdimensional, but it may just be a wormhole to another whole other universe.
So it seems like one wormhole is collapsing, but the other one is emerging.
The one emerging is causing the other one to bend.
Right, because they're too close to each other and the energy is overlapping.
It's like bumping it out of the way.
Right. So I guess you'll be able to use the new wormhole, right?
But that's why I've been talking. Well, that's the first thought I had. And then I looked into it, and I don't know where it goes. It doesn't... My job seems to be this universe, and that one goes somewhere else that I'm not familiar with.
Okay, you don't need to know where it goes. Not important.
I'm just one trying... Well, it's important because it's affecting us.
Oh. Well, we can find out if you'd like.
And that's so far away. There's no one in the sector would ever know about it. Because it's way too far away. No one would ever know about it.
Right.
Except for Source.
Right. So this wormhole connects our universe with something else, right? With another universe?
Seems that way.
Okay. All right. Are you able to go through a wormhole to find out where it connects?
Well, I could. It's not advisable.
Okay. All right. My next question would be, do you want to or you don't want to?
Well, I'd want to, but it's not advisable because I'm not sure what it is or where it goes or what's happening.
Okay. Well, if it's not advisable, it's better if we don't try then. That's very good.
But it's like capped. It's coming through, pushing the other wormhole out of the way, but it's not open. It's like capped. So that's why it's not detectable. It's really bizarre. Because usually wormholes blast out, and they just, energy's going in or out. This is like an opening with a ceramic plastic over it.
What do you mean by capped?
Like if you have food and you put saran wrap over it.
And then you close it.
That's a cap. That's a lid. So it's like there's something over it.
I see.
So it doesn't open. And that's why I can't read it or go into it or anything.
Is it doesn't open on this end, or it
On
doesn't
our
open
end.
on the other? So it's on our end. Is it needs to be open?
I don't know.
Let's see if we can find out. Let's see if you're someone at your station, or maybe there is another being, or perhaps Source.
Doesn't go that far. I found the other end. I was searching for the other end. Because I don't want to go in it. I just want to find out where it goes. I found the other end. It doesn't go that far. So that's bizarre.
How?
It does a half donut.
Oh.
Why does it have to push in that wormhole? It does a half donut. It's a leftover experiment. Could be a leftover experiment. That's why it's abandoned.
Oh,
That's
I
why there's no
see.
energy going in or out.
So that's why it's capped.
It's capped. It might be a leftover experiment.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
It's a leftover experiment.
So I sense that you don't get very good fuzzy feeling from that wormhole.
No.
Like it's not supposed to be
No.
there.
I'm thinking about pushing it out of the way and clearing it.
Okay, okay. If you want to do that, and if that's what necessarily, you could do that. If you think that's the right thing to do. That way it frees up the other wormhole.
I just bent it the other way.
Mm-hmm.
Because it was bending around. The wormholes, I just bent it the other way. Now I gotta move the center part. It's attracted to it. The center part's attracted to the wormhole. Interesting. There seems to be a lot of dark matter, dark energy involved.
What is a dark energy? What is a dark matter?
The human eye can't perceive it.
Right. Uh-huh. What is
It's
it?
just energy.
Is there anything exist in that energy, in that dark matter?
Well, everything is created from it.
Uh-huh. So it's the beginning of everything.
Well, it's just rearranging things. It's the blank slate. And things come into being from it.
So that's why our scientists are refusing the dark energy, dark matter, because they can't understand it. Huh?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. So is the other wormhole that was...
Wait a minute.
Yes? What do you see?
It's torn. It's torn.
Which one, the first one or the one that was bent?
No, we're talking about the second one. That's pushing the other one.
Right.
I know the one that's a little out of whack. Don't worry about that. That's an easy fix. But this other one has a leftover wormhole, and there's only a teeny little piece left there. Let's see here. There it goes.
What did you do?
I'm reconnecting. I found the other piece. It's broken.
Oh, I see. And what will
There we go.
What will that do?
Give us better flow.
Of energy?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So the wormhole now reconnected and fixed? And the energy can flow easily?
Yeah, pretty much there.
And you said the energy is what gives our planet love and harmony?
We need an... Oh, shoot. We need an in and out. There's only an... Oh. Interesting.
Tell me what you see.
Well, there's supposed to be an in wormhole and an out wormhole.
Mm-hmm.
And we've been using the one for two-way wormhole. This one is really, really...
So what are you supposed to do with it?
Oh, it's the wormhole that connects to the whole sector, like from 5 to 25 galaxies. That's why it's so big. The first wormhole just goes straight from Earth to the duty station.
I see.
This one is gigantic, and it's supposed to go the whole sector, and it was broken.
Oh, I see. I see.
Who captive?
And did you fix that? You said
I can't decide to take the lid off or not. I'm trying to decide to take the lid off.
Okay, all right. Tell me what happens when you take the lid off. You can always put it back on, probably.
My ship came through.
Oh.
It looks a lot like my ship. And mine's not a ship, it's a bad word. They're surprised they made it. They're blown away. First time they ever seen the duty. Everyone, it seems like everybody's wanting to see the duty station. It's the first time they've seen it.
Ah. And who is everyone? What are they?
The ones who know are aware of it. How the system works. How to move about the universe.
Did they have a name, or did they have anything that we can...
No, this species is not known.
What do they look like?
Oh, it's just the thing flying around. I don't see who's inside.
What were their...
It's a biological ship.
Oh, I see. I see.
There's only one pilot on board.
So they were trying to come through the wormhole to Earth?
No, they wanted to go to the duty station.
Oh, I see. Duty station. Mm-hmm.
Or wait, or they could just been on a journey and got stuck.
Oh, I see. They got stuck because it was capped? And
It was capped. As soon as did I tell you I opened the cap?
Yes,
Oh.
You said you opened the cap, yeah. Yeah, you decided to take it off. And then the ship came through.
Yeah, I took a peek and that came through. It was stuck in the last part. That's why he could come through so easy.
I guess they're happy that you opened it up. And now they're not stuck.
Well, they're rather surprised where they are.
Oh, it's not where they're meant to be.
They didn't mean to go there. But,
I see.
but they're fascinated. But anyway.
So what's fascinating to them? What are they fascinated about?
Because they've never seen anything like it.
Why is it so different to them?
Because they don't understand there's beings that control the wormholes. Nobody understands the wormholes. Nobody knows how they got created. No one understands anything about it. Apparently I'm the first link to the creators of it, but I didn't create them.
Oversee. So
I'm
they've
oversee-
never seen someone overseeing the
Yeah, I'm overseeing it. Didn't know.
And they didn't know that someone...
Didn't know I existed.
Interesting. I guess where they come from, they don't have that, right? No one operates the wormhole where they are.
Oh, they operate wormholes all the time.
Oh, but why are they surprised to see you?
Because they just weren't expecting it.
Oh, maybe it was just a unexpected surprise.
Because it's not supposed to go there. It's supposed to go somewhere else. But it got broken. Because it got broken, it appeared at my duty station.
Ah, I see, and that's why they're surprised. That makes sense. All right. So you said you were turning everything on, and then we're dealing with these two wormholes. One goes to the duty station, and the other one goes...
It leads to other universes. It's a center point. It leads to other universes. There's wormholes that are inside the universe and wormholes that go to other universes.
So, is that how the ship travels? They travel through the wormholes? If someone wants to go...
This species does. Yeah, not everyone knows how to use them.
Oh, how come?
Because they don't understand it, they don't know how to navigate it, they don't...
They don't have the technology
It's
yet?
natural, they just don't know.
Are
Basically, you'd be going in willy-nilly and don't know what's going to happen.
Are you saying that they don't have the technology to go through? Or...
Well, they can. It's just they're too afraid because they don't know what's going to happen.
Oh, I see.
And they really weren't designed for physical beings to go through.
Oh.
They're designed for energy flow.
Oh. Energy
flow. Kind
flow.
of like veins in a body.
Right.
That's a great way of putting it. They're veins in the body. And, like blood is supposed to flow, the energy is supposed to flow.
Right.
Kind of like how we've learned to put nanobots in our bodies and flow through, kind of like that. But you never know where you're going to end up. You can end up in the heart, you can end up in the foot.
But it's not for traveling through?
Not for physical beings.
How does the physical beings travel through?
We didn't want them to. They weren't supposed to. But they caught up to us. They learned our technologies. They advanced faster than we thought they would. We had no idea that they'd learn how to split dimensions, rip holes in space, fabric, everything they're doing. We never intended that for happen. We had no idea this would happen.
Oh.
It wasn't supposed to happen like that. So that's why I'm there trying to fix everything. I was assigned to that sector to fix everything. I'm seeing a wormhole opening up to another universe that's coming through.
So when you're talking about physical beings, are you talking about humans or other as well?
Anything that is so
Physical.
dense that it has a physical appearance.
Mm-hmm.
You can be, that could be an eighth dimensional being. But basically, around the ninth dimension, you lose your body, become light energy.
Right. Mm-hmm.
So it was designed for ninth and tenth dimensional beings.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So we could run around and keep everything healthy.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But this sector broke down bad.
Why is that? Why did that happen?
War.
Oh, what kind of
Did
war?
war happen? Seems like war.
Mm-hmm.
So something really bad happened. And
Let's go see what happened. Let's go move to that time. You were able to do
it seems like everybody was just a huge battle. Everyone's trying to escape. They didn't care what would happen to them, what it would do to the universe. They didn't care. They had to escape. They had to get out, and they just got out any way they could.
And who's they got out to get out?
Oh, it was so long ago. It's long, older than Earth.
Right. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And what were they doing? What were they trying to do?
I was never down to that level. It was more of a top-down look, so I was never there to know what happened.
Mm-hmm.
Just saw the evacuation.
Mm-hmm. And where did they? Do you know by any chance where they evacuated to?
They didn't know where they're going. They're lost. Some got lost, I think.
Even lost in the universe? Or?
Yeah, they could still be lost to this day.
Oh, I see.
Well, lost to them, but not lost. But
They can live for that long?
yeah, I think there's. Well, I don't know if they can. There's those who can. Like the ship that came through is self-sufficient.
Mm-hmm. I see.
It seems like there's like one operator on board, and there's a biological ship, but like he was stuck on the home for a long time. Seems like, but to him, I don't think he knows how long he was in there.
Mm-hmm. The time is different. Perception of time is different. Mm-hmm.
I mean, a minute for him.
Mm-hmm. And when that war broke out, did it affect Earth in any way at all? Could you tell?
The effect was what it did to the balanced flow of energy. Made
And the planets around the Earth?
Could have created a shift, but not more. Just we feel that the universe should be a certain energy frequency, and it changed the frequency completely.
Oh, I see. I see.
And it was that change of frequency that allowed all this to happen.
I see.
And what they say, negative vibrations
Mm-hmm,
to occur. And
mm-hmm.
so
Mm-hmm.
it slowly changed.
So I guess that war was not supposed to happen,
Mm-mm.
but now that it had happened, it changed the whole frequency of...
Yeah, when they blasted out of here, it tore holes and did things, and like a tornado going through somewhere and ripping everything up.
Mm-hmm. They didn't care what they did, right?
Well, they're trying to save their lives. It's not that they didn't care. It's so they wanted to save themselves. They didn't want to die.
Did anyone landed on Earth? Did anyone went to Earth or any other planet?
Well, after they all left, and they took over, and we lost control. So we lost control of this sector.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And that's when they began to take over.
Mm-hmm. And who's they?
Frequency opposite of us.
I see.
I don't know where they came from.
Mm-hmm. Why did they want to take control of this sector? Why did they stage the war so they would take over the control? Why did they want that? What do they need here?
They might have come from another universe.
I'm sure they have.
I think they came through a wormhole to another universe.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And Earth was a central point of transfer through. So This is where they just happened to end up.
To end up.
It's not like they tried to come here.
It was the first to be.
Yeah. And then once they're here, well, they, it's kind of like if we were to come upon the real, what we would label evil world, the first thing we want to do is get all the evil people off and get rid of them and take control and make it peace and harmony. They have the same goals, it's just opposite of ours. It's an anti-universe, I guess. Everything's opposite.
Was it meant by design for this to happen, or was that an accident?
They got lucky. They found the opening. And they went through. Why would they be able to do that? They shouldn't have. Their technology should have never. No technology should ever let you get near an opening to another universe. The universes weren't designed that way. They were designed to be self-contained, and they should have never even been near that opening to get through. So it's rather. It's almost like going on a. It's like how we say, let's say you can't get to Pluto unless you hop on a ship and go, and then you're going to die on Pluto because there's no way to get back, kind of thing. There's no way for them to even get there in the first place. So it was like a one-way mission.
Right, right.
And then for them to get through was just mind-boggling, and then here they are.
So they, in a way, knew that there was going to be one-way mission.
It was a one-way mission. There was no plans. No plans to ever go back, communicate. You know.
So it's interesting. Are you saying that the universes do not interact?
They're not supposed to, but they're all connected, and they all have wormholes between them.
Well, energetically they are connected, right?
They're energetically.
But the beings are not supposed to be interacting.
No.
Between the universes, right?
No being should ever move from one universe to another.
I wonder why.
Because it has different rules of physics and set up differently and different. It's kind of like taking a fish and throwing it on the land.
Right. I was just going to say.
But they learn how to build a spaceship.
Build a spaceship, fill it with water.
Yeah, fill it with water. Now it can go over the land. And then when they get out of the ship, they have a spaceship full of water, and they can walk around their spacesuit with water.
And so I guess when they came to our universe and to Earth planet, they're trying to establish.
They could take us over. They wanted to, but they couldn't. So they just try to kick us out and get us out of here.
Why would they want that?
And by us, I mean the physical beings.
Right.
Not the us, the physical beings.
Right. I understood that. Why would they want to take over physical beings? Why do they want to kick them out?
Oh, because this place wasn't natural to them. They needed to, live here. They didn't want to hang out in a spacesuit in a spaceship forever. They wanted to walk around like, the things that are already on the planet.
Oh, they couldn't exist on Earth?
No, that was a spacesuit or something.
Oh, interesting.
So they had to adapt.
And they have adapted?
Yeah.
Have they been able to adapt?
Yeah, they've adapted too well.
How were they able to adapt? How did they do that?
Genetic splicing.
Oh, the
DNA. They manipulated the DNA and created hybrids.
So, in a way, the ones that are adapted to Earth environment are hybrids of the offsprings of the first comers.
Well, apparently we carry some of their frequencies.
Us humanoids, human beings carry some of their. Well, if they intermingle with humanoids, humans that are originally been on the planet.
Not too much, really. That's interesting because their frequency is completely different than ours, but it integrated with us. But it's so powerful that we've learned how to manipulate more to suit our energy. So we surprise them by our ability to integrate and compensate and adapt.
I guess they weren't expecting that.
No. No.
Don't mess with humans. What have they thought about humans when they
Dirt,
really?
junk, rats. They hate us.
But I guess that's their perception to begin with, right? If you're
Oh,
not
yeah.
a nice person to begin with, everything you look at.
We're just a nuance.
So, has it been? I guess it happened a long time ago, right?
Oh, way.
I mean, the war happened billions of years ago.
A long time ago.
So, just curious.
But nobody knows about this.
Right.
This story's never been told.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it goes.
I know
so
about
far.
it because I saw that in my regression. And I know what you're talking about is true because I know about it.
But I've never thought of this before.
Right.
I never saw it before.
Right.
And I never saw that thing pushing the wormhole out of the way, and that wormhole's really ripped.
It's fascinating, isn't it? It's wonderful.
Well, I don't know how it got ripped so bad.
So, I guess what next? What are humans going? What are humans should be doing? I mean, they've been overtaking for these other beings.
We have to step in. We need to step in and clear a space so the humans can be free to make a free choice. They were supposed to have free will, and the free will has been stripped from them and replaced with a system to keep them trapped, and this has turned into a prison planet for many, and we need to remove anything disharmonic and flow the energy through again, kind of like cleaning a fish tank.
And put fresh water.
Yeah, put fresh water in it. Apparently there's I sense 1 billion freshwater here, souls that have come to, we can, that's how I can use them. I can lock in on them.
Tell me, describe.
Oh, I didn't think of that. I can lock in on them. And I can use them as an anchor, and they can pull I'm having too hard time. I'm having a really hard time getting the energy here. And if I could somehow can get a hold of all of them and teach them how to pull the energy in, they can pull it in. And once the energy is pulled in, and then they can anchor it, and then there'll be free-flowing energy. Once the planet has free-flowing energy, it will re-energize and crystallize, and then the energy will go outward, and then it will take away the grids that are not meant to be here and clear the space of the planet, and then the planet can then communicate with the planet. Feels a little, well, there's two planets, I guess Gaia they call it, feels more trapped, and then there's Sophia, who seems free. But that would work.
Is that part of your job that you were supposed to do at the station?
Yeah. One of the reasons I came here is because I couldn't figure out how to fix things. So I had to come here
To be in a human body.
and be in a human body and try to figure it out. Because there's the universal law of, well, the first law is the majority is right. You know, whatever the majority wants, they get. So the majority rules, but then we can't interfere with other life forms, so we can't just come in and kill them.
Right.
But everybody's yelling and screaming, complaining, and everybody wants help, and we need to get them help.
And how did you just discover how you can help?
I never thought about using them, because I need help. I'm all alone. And nobody even knows about me, really. But if you find out about me, it's just a cuckoo crazy story, and I'm so far away, it doesn't make any sense. Nobody understands the wormholes. Nobody knows why they're ripped, or
Right.
no one knows, because it happened, you know, the universe is much older than people think it is.
Of course.
This happened trillions of years ago.
Of course.
I don't even know if there's a species that exists to this day that was alive when it happened. All the species may be gone. I mean, the offshoots, you know, it's kind of like saying that, I don't know how to describe it.
I understand.
The memories are gone. There's not even, I don't even know if there's like an acacia record of it. It's happened so long ago.
Right.
And
Right.
it's just gone,
Too much has happened since.
lost knowledge, yeah.
Right. Right. So, since I'm talking to you as a being, and you
No, it's
seem,
more my higher self, yeah.
that's what I was going to say. It seems
This
like
isn't Byron.
wonderful, wonderful, wonderful.
No.
That's what I sense, but I wanted
Yeah,
to.
even Byron left a while ago.
Oh, good, 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 good. So,
He gets in the way too much. He's too afraid.
why?
He's terrified.
Why?
He's scared to death.
Why?
Everything scares him because he doesn't know what's going on.
Well, it's understandable.
He's just terrified, and he knows he's this really important being. And if he tries to tell anybody about him, he gets
He
labeled
gets ridiculed.
immediately ridiculed and called crazy.
Yeah.
And everybody goes. And then if there are those that know what I'm talking about, they're like, "Well, show us the proof." Say that chair over there levitating, or why don't you just get up and
Oh, they
start
want the
flying
physical
around?
proof.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they want physical proof, and there's none of this is physical. This is all exists.
And it's not about the proof
This is
either.
all in like the 10th dimension and above. This is like so high up.
Beyond the
It's so beyond.
comprehension. Yeah.
I mean, it's beyond comprehension.
Okay, can you somehow help Byron, because he's still here in the physical body and we don't want him to struggle. Can you somehow help him to understand or do something for him so he's no longer afraid and he doesn't think that he's losing his mind? What is it you could do to help him?
Well, understand the job at hand. It's to fix the wormholes, get energy flowing. There's off of my duty station. There's an opening to another universe.
Mm-hmm.
I need to open up that wormhole that leads to Source.
Mm-hmm.
I need to pull Source into this universe through that wormhole, lock it into my duty station, integrate the energy, because it's kind of like, I don't know, like making a pill. You take natural stuff and then you turn it into a pill. So I need to take Source energy,
To bring the natural energy.
coat it all for physical beings, and change the frequency. It's a very complicated process. That's what my duty stations is very, very, very complicated. It's too hard to describe. Really, it's just a bunch of rolling grid patterns and this and that, and it's you can do in human terms any mathematical physics equations known to the universe. That's why people think I'm God, but I'm not, because I can do things like God can do, and I can take his. That's why I've been stuck here so long. That's why I'm stuck here.
Because you needed to know how to help. You came and took the human form, right?
Yeah.
So
I
you
couldn't do
could
it.
figure out how to help.
I volunteered for this crap.
It might be crap, but look
Well, I
what
don't mean
you're
it that way.
doing. Yeah, I know exactly. I know.
Just
Look
the word.
what you're doing. Yeah.
Yeah. So I came directly from Source, took physical form. I've been in the physical universe. I don't remember this back and forth heaven stuff. When I die, I go back to my duty station, and I do my job, and then I guess if I have to come back, I'll come back.
Right. Right.
But I have to know how to change the energy, and then once the energy's correct, then I got to get it here. And I think we did it. That one. Get over the limitations of time and space. Take that little fragment of the wormhole and just directly connect it like I did before. And boom, like that. Because I only got two working, then I got to that. That doesn't need to be a wormhole. That's just an opening. So the opening to the Source, there's no wormhole like we would call wormhole. It's different because it's like way, whatever, 50th dimension, whatever. It's so high up, it's ridiculous. So that energy needs to come through here. It hits me, and then I rearrange it to get it to lower the density to where physical beings can benefit for it. Then get the energy going through the wormhole, into the earth, and then, like I said earlier, and then the earth will heal, and then get rid of the fields around it. And then once the earth is healed, then the earth is key to this whole solar system and all the planets. And once the earth gets reconnected to the solar system, and then we can get everybody talking again. No one's talking. It's too quiet between the old ones. The old ones are too quiet.
Why are they too quiet?
Because they can't talk to each other. There's all this clutter and all this junk going on, and
What do you mean by that? Oh, clutter and junk.
well, they're at a higher dimension,
Uh-huh.
and they used to be able to talk all throughout the dimensions, physical to theirs.
Uh-huh.
And once the Earth got taken over, and we lost control of the Earth, and they took control of it, then it shut down the physical dimension. So on the physical, I mean like dimensions 8, whatever, 6 through 1 or whatever. I hate using labels like lower dimension.
Right.
That whole frequency got shut down,
Okay.
and it shut down all that communication. And then the only way to communicate with old ones is to be, whatever, go to 8, 9, 10, whatever, higher dimensions.
Yeah,
So the whole sector got shut down once the frequencies changed.
So this is what's happening now. The Earth is rising in frequencies. It's switching, changing
Well,
dimensions
yeah, it is.
to be able to get to that communication, right?
It is. I got the moon and the Earth talking at one point. Not the moon, Mars. Got them talking. So I get the old ones that hang out around these planets where I don't know what they are. There seems to be, it's hard to say, whatever energies, consciousness, old ones, whatever.
Is there other beings on other planets in our universe besides Earth?
Well, from my duty station, I really don't get involved in, I hate to say, the lower realms. I don't get involved in lower realms. I never was supposed to get involved in lower realms. It shouldn't have happened. I should have just been able to do everything from the high level, but I couldn't do it from the high level. So I had to come into the lower level to figure out what the heck happened, what's going on.
To become a human.
Yeah, and figured things out and to experience them. There's a rule that we can't judge, and because I had never been here, I wasn't allowed to judge, so I couldn't judge. I was blocked by, I couldn't exercise my free will over this place because I was never here and I had no free will. So I gave up a gateway of permission slips, understanding things. So now that I've been here, I have a right to fix it. Whereas before, they can just say no. So, but it kind of feels like the battle's over, and now they want to know where they can go. And I worked with them for years trying to design a place for them. They don't like my ideas.
They don't like your ideas?
Oh no, because it involves trust. So I want to separate them, and that means cutting them off from the energy. They like the one. They like the one wormhole that's left, and they want to continue sucking energy out of there, and I don't want that. I don't want to give them any more source energy. I don't want to feed them anymore.
They don't deserve that, do they?
It's not that they don't deserve it. It's just they misuse it. They take the pure energy and they immediately manipulate it. It's kind of like how they use the whether you take ephedrine and you make a chemical thing to it and you turn it into seed.
Right.
You can turn anything good into something bad or negative or the opposite of its purpose. And since they are above the humans and they can manipulate all energy, they're really good. Really, really good at manipulating energy, and then they can split dimensions, and they can create different worlds and parallel, alternate timelines, and I mean their abilities are phenomenal. We never thought they'd be able to do all this, and it's because they're not even supposed to be here. I think they're from I'm getting that feeling. I had this feeling a long time ago. Now I'm afraid to say it. I don't even want to say it out loud. They came here from. I think they ripped the hole and whatever. They came through another universe, and they're stuck here. They're stuck here.
Mm-hmm.
Forget about that. They're stuck.
Mm-hmm.
Man, this is not their home. They're stuck
Mm-hmm.
here.
But they like it here.
But they, oh, now remember, but they feel like I do. I kind of feel thrown here and they feel thrown here. It's like nobody seems to like this situation.
Mm.
And so I created the negotiation table to try to get everyone talking and negotiate. And,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Is that why Byron kind of travels from place to place? He's been mentioning to me that he does this.
Cause
he never knows where he is.
Because he sees everything I see.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
We're connected and he can see everything I can see. And
Is that
I have a high overview level of everything, so I understand from a high level, and he's down here in the muck. And
right?
so he goes through the muck, but I'm not with him always to explain to him what's going on.
Right,
because,
but he senses your presence, you know. He is aware of your presence.
Well,
he talks to you a lot.
Well, he's too busy wondering if he's crazy or not, because he's sick and tired of everyone tells him he's crazy.
What does he needs to do in order to
just forget what people say?
Okay, good.
Don't
good.
care anymore.
Good. Does he talk about all this stuff, or is it better not to talk about it?
I or he stopped talking about it.
So is it better for you guys to stop talking about it?
Dumb it down. Dumb it down or find a way. But basically, forget all that. It's not necessary. Just go a high level, move. I'm going to repeat it one more time. I got to take source energy, move it in. Take the energy, move it into this frequency, bring it down, work with the people on the planet that are awake. Somehow, I don't know how to do that. I don't know how to communicate with the spirits on this planet. It's the problem I'm having. We're on a different frequency. They're so different than me, and they're hard to communicate. I need to go on the internet, blog, do something, connect with these people that are awake, and see if I can teach them something. And they're already doing it a little bit, actually. They're, they had like a World Prayer Day, crime rate went down. So the consciousness thought of it. But no one's talking about the wormholes, or they talk about they're all talking about raising their frequency, but that's not what needs to be done.
But they don't know how to.
Because that's not how you do it. The frequency needs to be pulled in. And once the frequency is pulled in, then you become that frequency. Then it emanates all throughout your whole body and outwards and into the universe, and then you become that energy, and that is how you raise your vibrational frequency.
Is that something that the human being does by itself, or someone helps, like you, helps the human being to do it? Can a human being do it by itself?
Yes, if it has the energy to pull in. It has to know how to pull the energy in.
What do you mean by pull energy in?
There's energy all around us at all times, and everybody's like trying to jump up and grab something.
Ah, what you're saying.
And I'm saying pull it in.
Come.
Let it come to you. Don't jump up. Don't grab for things. Don't stop jumping up and down like a little kid on a trampoline, acting like an idiot. Just relax and meditate.
Stop your brain.
We need to meditate more. I do too. The biological unit needs to meditate. That's how I can do it. I'm so stubborn. I need to learn this meditation thing. I get really irritated with human stuff because it's so. I feel like a snob.
No, you're not.
It's not necessary because I'm already there, and so I have to become a baby again. I have to become a baby again to teach everybody. Oh, this is how you walk. I have to learn everything they're learning in order to try to figure out a way how to communicate with them to teach them how to. But they need to, just let their energy come into them, and then it seems like everybody wants to raise their level, like they're going to float up to the clouds or something, and this ooh-rah, thing. But it's like an out there kind of thing, and it's not an out there.
Inside.
It's all inside, and we have to pull the energy in, and then the energy becomes us, and then it emanates out. and then once you emanate out, then you really aren't raising your frequency. You're not really doing anything. You're just becoming. You're just becoming who you truly are. You're
Right.
becoming energy. It's something you become. It's not something you rise up to.
Right.
It's not
It's
like
something that you
that.
find
You just
inside.
simply become it. You are it. You just are.
It's a hard concept to explain to humans, isn't
I've
it?
never thought of this before. Because the biological unit is perplexed at how, because he hears all this stuff on the internet, and how do you raise your vibrational frequency, and you gotta eat, drink this some water, they do this, and eat right, and blah, blah, there's just like all these biological instructions, as if changing your physical cells is somehow going to magically bring in source energy. Source energy is not a cell.
It's not physical.
It's not physical. It's not a pineal gland. It's not, certain spin or frequency or vibration.
Right.
It's none of those things. We're very confused.
But as far as for humans to eat meat or to eat organic, what do you have to say to that?
It helps. It helps.
It's a responsibility to the body to keep the body healthy.
Yeah, so maybe I went too overboard on the peon biological stuff, trying to make my point. That's another reason people don't like me, is I'm very direct. To humans, I sound extremely arrogant, and like I'm talking down to everybody, and like I'm this snooty little snooty thing, and I just worked on it, because I didn't know I sounded this way. I don't know how I sounded, and so I've been working on it, trying not to...
But you don't sound it because you're a bad person.
No,
it's just
I'm
because
different.
you're beyond.
I'm just so beyond everything.
Yeah. But what are you saying? It could help to tone it down a little bit and
Oh yeah, a lot.
kind of come down to the human level a little bit,
Yeah.
so they don't get offended, or so they have a way to grow up a little bit. Right. It's very interesting, since you've been talking to us. I think you have answered pretty much all Byron's questions.
In a nutshell.
It makes a lot sense.
Well, the most important thing is what I just described about pulling the energy, and I've never heard anybody say that. I've never heard that, ever. And I don't ever remember.
Well,
even when I'm in my biological body, I do the same thing. Everything I do, I start as like the Byron, and then I'm always going out there somewhere.
Right.
So even I make this mistake.
Because you gotta bring it in, not to go.
Yeah, it's more of, it's like we're all gods. We are all source. We're all one, and we just need to remember that and just be it. And stop trying to do this and trying to do that, and simply be. There's no doing. There's no trying. It's just be.
I guess this helps understand what you told us today, why he's here, what's his purpose, and what can he do to help. He just answered it himself, didn't he?
Yeah, I'll have to listen to it later to remember,
Right.
but I agree with what you're saying.
Yeah, it's pretty much what you just told him, yes.
I was trying to find the solution as to how to help, so
Exactly.
the most important thing so far is to remember to pull the energy in.
And I guess Byron's question was, what is he doing here on Earth, and what is his purpose being here? And this is what you just told him, to find a solution, how to help.
Yeah, this time has ended for this structure. It served its purpose. That's why there's this shift. But they forgot about them. I'm understanding more about them now, why they're complaining and moaning and crying so much. It's because they aren't from here. They're from another universe. I don't believe interdimensional is the correct word. I think they actually came through. I think they went on that one-way trip and came through here, and this is where they ended up, and now they're stuck here. And that's why. Oh, That's why I let them use my map of the universe, is so they could buzz around and look at the place and maybe find a new home. Even that they need to
Get out.
go somewhere, because I don't like this idea of Gaia staying behind and blah 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 blah. They're acting out. I don't understand karma. Karma means nothing to me. I don't get it. I've never understood it. It just doesn't resonate with me. I don't experience it. It's something I don't get at all. I mean, I understand, what you've said about karma and what other people say about karma, but that's a different program. That's a different project. I'm not part of that project. That's not nothing. I'm not involved in that. It's hard because I'm just so alone, and I just sound so crazy all the time. It's just, boy, that's a bad example. Where did that come from? Source said that? Source said that. Source said their analogy is like I'm the Jesus that is coming to save them, but I'm not Jesus. It's like everyone's waiting for someone to come and save them, and everyone's waiting for God to save them, and so God sent me, well, many, but with a specific purpose to help
Was the energies.
the energies, because his energy is so pure, it would just whiz by you and you didn't even know it was there. I mean, this is so dense. We get glimpses of source, but it's just it has to be dumbed down. It has to be.
More.
I hate using the word dumbed down. I don't have a lot of time to talk. I can't explain every single word in great detail.
So how can Byron get help from other alliances in the universe to execute his plans to help him with this?
They could install technology. The Bashor race, eighth dimensional beings have the technology to. Kind of like back when we had the natural ley lines and grids and pyramids, kind of like that. Well, I can even do that, actually. I can do that. Oh. Starts with the core. Gotta change the core of the earth, get the core resonating, and then go outward and, almost like crystallize, make the earth glow. And then it can be source. And then once it is source, the people on it can connect to the source. And it can be a conduit of energy to get back to source, to get the energy flowing again. There's just a huge energy problem with this sector. And it seems like there's a lot of beings that go to this in-between place I've heard about, and there's this whole species and organizations that runs things when you die and go back and forth, and I've heard of this, and that I believe that to be a species. It's not God, it's not angels, I don't believe it to be what people, it's real, it exists, everything's accurate, it's deadly accurate. But that's a whole different program. That's a different project. There's all these projects, like if you're born on another world, there's that project. There's
Every outer universe has their own projects.
Yeah, there's projects, and I don't. It seems like that not everybody. There's a certain amount. There's like some trapping going on, and you just got to clear that energy out and free everybody. Basically, I don't have. Here's this is key. I don't need to go in and individually save people or untrap people. I just simply need to clean the fish tank and put the fresh water in and let everybody breathe, and then they can see and then make their own decision, and they can decide if they want to really, really stay here or not. Because too many people are forced to come back here.
Right.
It seems like. I mean, I personally don't know, but I have a strong.
Well, they are forced to come back here because they are overtaken by these other beings.
Yeah. Oh, so they are forced to come. Yeah. I feel like they're forced. And that's not supposed to happen.
Right.
No one. Once you die and you go to wherever, you're not supposed to be thrown into a program where. We developed the technique, the temple of healing Dolores talked about. That's our technology. We invented it. Or you once you die, you get cleansed. That's our project. That's our program. So that's us. We did that, and you immediately get cleansed and get all the junk taken away, and then from there, I recall you're supposed to be able to just move on, and you don't have to do all the things I hear that they put you through. I've heard the stories, and it doesn't resonate with me. It might be deadly accurate. I mean, I don't know. It could be accurate. It could be accurate, but it doesn't resonate with me. I don't identify with it. Sounds really cool, that heaven thing. Sounds nice.
One of the Byron's.
Well, I hope you enjoyed tonight's presentation. If you would like to hear more, it's available on both my channels. There's one Harmony Mandela Effect and Harmony Mandela Effect, and it's labeled under QHHT. It's how I started my channel. It's one of the first two that I posted, but then again, that was my original channel, Harmony. Oh, that's another story. Anyway, so you can continue listening to the story if you wish, and of course, if you have questions, you may send me a Skype request to What Can I Tell You? So if you have questions, you may contact me on Skype, send a request to What Can I Tell You? Until then, as I always say, as the sun sets and the sun rises, as many times as you can, simply come to that peaceful place where you simply are able to quiet your mind. Envision that beautiful place. Maybe it's the beach, the ocean, a forest, a meadow. Whatever your peaceful place, just remember every day to just relax and quiet the mind and focus on bringing in pure, true source, God creator energy. Just let it flow all through you, through the top of your head, all throughout your body, out through your feet to the dirt beneath your feet. Just let it flow and begin to picture this ball of energy all around you. Just this beautiful color, any color you can imagine. Just beautiful, peaceful energy, this ball of energy all around you. And then let it emanate and grow larger and larger. As large as your neighborhood, your city, your state, your country, your continent, all over the world. Shine like a pillar of light, spreading nothing but pure peace, love, and harmony. Until next time, be well.